Yes, we're ready to go. It's 8:30, so let's begin. I'm going to come up standing. We're going to begin standing. Make sure your mat is comfortable so that we can move freely across the mat, to the top of the mat and to the back of the mat. I have a mat turned sideways. I'm going to do some movements position to the side. We're going to begin with the strengthening portion of our class today. And we're just going to bring a little shoulder roll into the body, just kind of awaken the body, beginning with the shoulders. So we lift the shoulders up towards the ears and then bring the shoulders down towards the back hip pocket with the shoulder blades pulling in. We really exaggerate the movement through the shoulders. Let's just do a little protraction and retraction of the shoulders to kind of awaken the shoulders this morning. Nice. Good job. I'm going to take my glasses off. I think you can hear me okay if I speak loudly and the music is playing in the background. So our position, so we bring the hands to heart center. We're going to do a little rock and roll through the bottom of the feet with the knees lifting, just taking the knee forward, the right and the left. Nice. Stabilize in mountain pose. Ankles are hip bone distance apart. We're going to stack our joints. This is a closed chain movement. So we're using the floor. We're pushing through the bottom of our feet. We're pulling the hips back and down and the shoulders back and down in the position. So a nice chair position to awaken the hips and soften the knees and awaken the ankles. Rise up really tall and roll up to the tip of the toes or the balls of the feet. Tip of the toes are kind of hard. So we just kind of take a lift to the balls of the feet, kind of walking those dogs, taking a little walk in the park this morning. And the hand's going to come up underneath the chin. We're going to really work the shoulders, elbows out, shoulder blades pulled in, really extend across the front of the chest, stretching across the front of the chest, the muscles on the chest and the shoulders, getting a nice stretch as we lengthen the arms, strengthening and lengthening as we go. Exhale, the hands to heart center, kind of rise up with the arms, kind of lift up nice and tall, reaching up to the sky. Nice. And the hands come behind the back, kind of easing the hands back and the shoulders back and down, pushing through the body from the bottom of the feet, the four corners of the feet, all the way up through the body, with the hands extending back, maybe interlacing the fingers as we choose. The palms of the hands can come together, and the index finger can extend. We can stretch across the chest with a beautiful chest opener. Make sure the tailbone is tucked down towards the back of the thighs, pushing in the bottom of the feet, lifting and lengthening through the body with the heart open and awake. A little lift of the chin, just rising up with the lift of the chin, lengthening through the throat. And the chin to the chest. Keep the shoulders back and down, really awaken across the chest. Lift the chin and release. Full movement through the neck. Let's awaken any tightness, any tension in the neck and the shoulder. Just kind of let that go. Kind of release for our morning. Chin comes back to neutral. Take the chin over to the right side and moving slowly across. Let the gaze follow the turn of the chin. This is a little test for vertigo. So we move the chin forward and over to the right side. So if we can move the eyes freely across the room from one side to the other without dizziness, that's a really good thing, because we don't want to have vertigo in our inner ear. And balance comes from strengthening our bodies with stability. So we'll move into some balance poses in a moment. But let's just kind of move to the right side with the chin and hold just for a moment. Slow and easy to the other side, to the left side with the chin, gazing over the left side. Coming back to center, another stretch for the neck. We release the hands all the way up to the ceiling and take the head over the right side. The left arm lengthens and extends and lower it down. Ease it down. Nice. Push through the palm of the hand, reaching long towards the floor, but push up through the bottom of the feet. Really lift up and lengthen up and squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the glutes on the back of the hip. Really extend the left arm down, maybe across the back as we go, kind of relaxing and softening through the elbow and releasing through the shoulder, up through the neck. Nice strengthening, stretching movement. So open with an inhale and come to the other side. Arms lifted and extended. Now let's do the tip of the head over to the left side. Right arm extends and we ease it down. Lifting through the crown of the head without pulling with the hand. Just kind of moving freely through this stretch. Nice. Let the palm of the hand push down. Always remember, push through the bottom of the feet. Lift and lengthen through the body, through the hip. Squeezing those glutes, really squeeze, give it a little nice squeeze, buns of steel. And we take the hand across the back and release the shoulder and the neck. It feels so nice in the mornings. One more release of the neck. We lift and extend the arms and bring the hands down beside the hips. Palms of the hand turn forward naturally as we pull those shoulders back and down with that shoulder roll. So bringing the shoulders down in the back hip pocket, take the chin to the chest, and then rock the ear over the right side, and then down and through to the left side. Moving freely from side to side. Nice. Beautiful. Nice relaxing movement. We can close the eyes and just kind of feel the movement, listening to our bodies. Really checking in this morning. This practice is a gentle practice which will allow us to check in with our body, releasing tightness and tension, but strengthening our body with closed chain movements, using the floor as our prop. And there we go, back to chin. Rising up with the arms and take the hands to heart center and come into a little chair squat. We're going to take the knees forward over the balls of the feet, pull the hip back and down. This is a strengthening position. It's a stabilizing position, chair pose. And we can wing the arms back into a little flying chair with the arms extending back and the shoulders pulling back, really extending through the chest, extending with the arms, reaching back, rising up with a lift up. Go ahead and take the arms up and exhale with a swan dive forward fold, easing into a soft knee forward fold. Soft knees this time. Yes, and pushing the bottom of the feet, lifting through the legs, lifting with the hip, and lengthening through the legs as the hands slide up the shin, either below the knee or above the knee, anywhere this position, so that we can flatten the back and gaze straight down and do the lift with the hip and push in the bottom of the both feet. Once again, closed chain force, kinetic movement through the body, pushing the bottom of the feet, lifting with the hip, and using those muscles to stabilize and strengthen. Hands slide down the shin and come into an easy chair with the hips pulling back and the arms extending forward. Easy chair, the hands come to the heart center. And we can rock up to the balls of the feet, and we can ease down nice and easy. Come down only as low as we can comfortably go, and always listen to our body as we move freely into this nice squat balance. Knees are pulling straight forward, and ankles are right up underneath the hip. We're going to rise up with a push through the heel, lengthening and strengthening, stretching and reaching and releasing, and forward fold. Half lift, hands slide up the shin, easy chair. Keep the heels down this time and find an extended chair with the elbows extending and the arms reaching. Nice. And then flying chair, nice and easy. And then rise up with the right leg. Nice. Go ahead and catch the hips. Roll up to the tip of the toe. If we need a chair or a prop to support the body, we can use that, but focus on a non-moving point. Pick a nice point to focus on and lift the right knee. Elevate the knee, height of the hip, flex the foot, push and lengthen with the leg. Just a little stabilizing. Now I'm standing on a mat but with a soft carpet, so it's a real challenge to work at home sometimes. We're on a cushioned floor with carpet and a pad. Let's do the other side. Take those knees up the height of the hips. Other side, left leg lifts. Rolling up with the left, come on up with the left, push and lengthen with the leg, rising up with the knee, flexing, extending. This builds strength in the hip girdle all the way down through the leg. Strength and stability, building with gentle movements. And we can hold this for a while, right? Easing down and releasing down. Let's do the other side. The right leg's going to lift, elevate that knee, and we're going to open the door, taking the knee out into a tree position with the toe touching down. Just lifting the knee, bring it forward and lower down. Let's do the other side. Lift the left leg, left to the left, and open and touch. And close the door and find that position. Another balance movement. Open with the right and close back to center. And to the other side. Moving open with the hip, big swing of the knee. Get that knee to move freely and easily. We're stretching through the hip. Nice. And ease up and out and back. And once more. This time the right knee's going to lift, elevate, open, and touch. Step it in. Bring the bottom of the foot up to the calf. The hands can come up underneath the chin to really elevate, lengthen, and strengthen. And then ease the elbows and the arms long and strong with a nice strong reach to the shoulders as far as we can reach with the two hands to the side walls. And then lift the knee a little higher, maybe the height of the hip. Reach down, catch it if you can, and bring the bottom of the foot up wherever it will go, either calf to the floor or up, to the inner thigh. Let's try that again. Here we go. Yes, yes. This is really a challenge on a carpeted floor, but we're going to give it a whirl, aren't we? We're going to really challenge ourselves this morning to strengthen our bodies with stabilizing pose like tree pose. Find our full tree, growing our tree, reaching to the sky, reaching to the light and the sun. Up we go, pull and lengthen, release. Hands can come down, hands catch the hips, stabilize in standing leg, lift the knee, swing it forward and down. Nice, ease up with those knees. Let's do the other side, full tree. Yes, really awakening the body, opening the hips with this left leg, lifting, opening the door, touching down with the toe. Nice, beautiful. Lift it up to the calf, hands up underneath the shin, elbows pull out as the shoulder blades pull in, reach and lengthen, stabilize and strengthen. Strength and stability comes with balanced poses. So we're strengthening our body. Closed chain, force through the body. And then we lift the knee, catch the angle, draw it up and in, bring the bottom foot to the calf or to the inner thigh. We can hold this position. Nice. Hands to heart center, growing our tree. Vrikshasana. Nice, beautiful tree pose today. Holding as long as we wish with our eyes focusing on a non-moving point. Focus our attention, our awareness, and our attention on that non-moving point. And then hold and extend to the clouds, to the sky. Oops, a little wobbly today. It's a little breezy in the spring. April's really windy this week. And release the hands to the hip. Swing the knee forward and down. Nice. All the way up, rising up with an inhale. Exhale into chair, easy chair. Pulling the hip back and down. Rolling up to the balls of the feet. Find that balancing chair once more. Really stabilizing, strengthening. Shoulders pulling back and down and easing back and down. Beautiful. Nice. One more flow. Lift and extend. Reach and lengthen. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift. Ease down. Hands come down. Knees come down. Gently coming down. Using a blanket if we need up underneath the knees. Turning to the side. Moving into closed chain strength movement and stretching movement with the hands up underneath the shoulders and the knees up underneath the hips. Rounding into the cat stretch. We all do this. It's a beautiful stretch. Lubricating our spine, rounding, and extending with a hard pulling forward and with a little rock with the hip. A little rock and roll yoga today, or maybe this is just a nice strengthening, stretch, and releasing practice. Class for us today. Rounding in the calf stretch. Really tuck the tailbone towards the back of the thigh. Round through the back. Tuck the chin to the chest. Push through the hands. And lift with the belly. And coming forward into this nice cow pose as we gaze forward is a hard extends forward, and we rock that hip. Rounding once more on the exhale and inhaling, moving with the breath. Exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep moving, keep breathing. Nice. And one more time. Coming to neutral take, we're going to take the left leg back. We're going to reach the left leg long and strong. We're going to bring the ball of the foot down. We're going to push through the heel. Nice long stretch to the back of the leg. Lift that leg high through the hip, keeping the hip square, stabilizing with the core. We're going to strengthen the core today with these movements. So take the right hand out and lift and hold into full tiger with the arm beside the ear and the leg reaching from the hip. All the way long and strong with the hand and the heel. We're going to round into a little cat stretch with the elbow coming in to touch the knee. Sneak that knee up to touch the elbow. Oh, that's a lot of work today. Extend and reach. Let's do that 3 times, seeing if we can pass underneath with the elbow passing the knee. Fully extend on the inhales, rounding on the exhales. One more time. Take a big reach, take a nice lengthened stretch, and then come down with the hand and the toe 3 times. Lift, inhale. Big stretch, really lengthen, stabilizing through the knee and the hand. Lower down. 2. Here we go. Deep inhale. Hold and reach. Exhale, release. A little slower, a little longer on the exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. And lower the hand and lower the knee. Nice. Let's move into the cat-cow once again. Rounding into the cat stretch. Inhaling into the cow pose. Oh yes. Rounding into the cat stretch. Inhaling into cow pose. Rounding into cat. And inhaling to cow pose. Let's see, the right leg's going to go back this time, the other side. So the right leg's all the way back, pushing all the way back to the back of the room. Go ahead and push, lower the foot and push through the heel and lengthen through the back of that leg. All the muscles down the length of the back of the leg. And engage the quadriceps to lengthen through the knee. Lifting, engaging that force through the foot with that closed chain push, kinetic push through the leg. And then lift the leg, nice, height of the hip, and take the left hand out and stabilize and lift into tiger pose. Beautiful tiger pose. Hold and lengthen, push on the inhale. Exhale, round, elbow to knee, go slow and easy. See if you can touch the elbow to knee, rounding to the back. 3 times with a big reach, inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, release. One more time, take a big reach, big stretch, lengthen, round and hold. Pass underneath if we can, and extend and reach all the way, long and strong with the arm and the leg. And then slowly lower down. Let the hand come down and the toe come down. Push through the leg, reach with the hand. Lift on 3. 1, hold on the inhale, and release slow and easy with the exhale. 2, and one more makes 3. Take a knee up and lift up and reach up and extend up. And bring the hand down and the knee down. Let's take a little break here. Child's pose. Big toes touch. Take the knees about the width of the mat and pull back and down into our child's pose. Reaching long with the hands. Active stretch. Actively stretching this child's pose. So the ears between the arms, the elbows are extended, the hands are pushing, lengthening, the fingers are splayed wide and apart. The hips pull back and down, and we get that nice stretch down the back, from the hip, up through the back, shoulders, and the arms. Knees are open wide, out to the side, big toes touch. Relax the elbows down, and come to that natural relaxing child's pose. Maybe the forehead sneaks in, or maybe you use the hands up underneath the forehead to prop up the head. Just getting really comfortable here. And release down. Comfortably relaxing into child's pose, Balasana. Moving into a lateral stretch sequence, we ease up with an inhale, reposition the knees and the ankles, and take the hands forward and pull back into the extended active child's pose, extending our arms and pulling back with our hips. Really exaggerate the stretch through the body. Coming forward with an inhale, walk the hands to the right side and pull the hips over towards the left. Let the left hip pull over to the left heel and really stand through the left side of our body from the hip up through the rib cage, up to the shoulder, up through the arm, really laterally stretching. And move to the other side, reposition the hands and walk to the other side. And pull back, release back, and stretch back. Yes, stretchy. This is very strengthening. We're really actively working through our body's full range of motion with our muscles and our tendons, and we're stabilizing our joints with these movements by proper positioning of our alignment. Coming forward, let's try that again. Walking the hands over to the right side and pull the hips over to the left. Get that really stretching, lengthening position with the hip pulling back. Really feel the stretch of the rib cage, intercostal muscles up through the shoulder. And come to the other side, walking to the other side and releasing to the hip. All the way back on the right hip, pulling to the right heel. Get that nice lateral stretch over to the right side of the body. I'm going to move into a thread the needle here positioning. I want to move to face you just a little closer. So we take the right arm out to the side, and we swing the right arm up underneath the shoulder, and we lower the shoulder down, the side of the head comes down. Now the big toes touch, knees about the width of the hips, and ease that arm over, reaching over. Extend the left hand forward, right arm sliding through into that stretching twist through the upper body. So this is a thoracic twist, moving through the chest with the rotation of the shoulders. And bring the left hand in and lift it up to the hip, and bring the hand right on top of the hip with that shoulder pulling back to open back. Really work this pose. Use the strength of the body to move into the rotation, and then lift the left arm. Ease it up towards the sky. Easing up nice and long with the arm. Good job. And bring the hand down and ease back up, rotating through with the shoulder. Pulling back into a child's pose, very active stretch. And then come forward and do the other side. Position the knees up underneath the hips, the big toes can touch or extend from the knees. Left arm reaches out to the side, swing the arm through. Let the shoulder come down, side of the head comes down, ease the side of the head down, reaching through with the arm really rotating through with the chest. First, extend the right arm forward, reaching long with the hand with that stretch of the shoulder. Strengthening and stretching, releasing as we go. Nice stretch, feels really good. And we can slide that hand in and position it up to the hip, really twisting thoracically through the shoulders. Get that rotation, nice, flat, level back, hips are level, and then extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then ease the hand down, and ease that arm back through into this neutral table. Gazing down, rounding into the cat stretch once more. Really lubricating the spine today. Inhaling into cow pose. Exhaling into cat. And inhaling into cow pose. Rounding into cat stretch. And inhaling cow pose. Coming into a kneeling plank, we walk the knees back and position the shoulders over the wrist. Stacking our joints and gently press on the outer palms of the hands so the elbows spin forward, and then press inward and then out with the movement through the and the elbows, and then ease down into a lower down, all the way down, coming all the way down, and then ease up with a lift up with the heart and the hips. Inhale, lift, and back into child's pose. Coming forward with an inhale, coming through with this kneeling plank. Nice. Easing up and back. Let's do that one more time. So the knees are down, coming forward and down. Yes. Keeping the hips, elbows, and shoulders parallel to the earth, arms out into the push-up position we normally use in group fitness class, and push up into a kneeling push-up and ease down with the heart coming down. Push up and lift. Now this works a totally different set of muscles in the shoulders, in the back, than a chaturanga does in yoga. We're going to move into the standard push-up position. If you'd like to rise up into a full push-up and curl the toes up under and lift with the hips and the knees up and down. I'm going to do this about 100 times, so come on. Here we go, up and down. One more time just for fun. And ease all the way down. Let's try the chaturanga. Kneeling half series first. Elbows pull into the rib cage, pulling towards the back of the hip and towards the back wall. Hands in position right up underneath the shoulders, easing up with a lift up with the hip and pulling back. This uses the biceps and the triceps to move. So moving forward with an inhale and exhale. This is a closed chain movement with a lift of the hip, pulling back and down. Closed chain, energetic, kinetic movement. Lift and release. So the hands are grounded down, coming forward. This really strengthens the arms and the shoulders all the way up to the deltoids, moving with a lift and release back. One more time, just for fun. Ease down and releasing down. This time as we pull back, bring the elbows in, pull the hip back and down, and slide the hands down beside the feet. Let the shoulders open wide out the side, stretching across the back of the shoulders to release the energy that we energize through the back of the shoulders, kind of releasing down into this relaxing child's pose. Palms of the hands turned up, hands extend by the feet, and the shoulders open out and down, outside the knees. Really take a moment to allow that stretch to come across the back, across the trapezius, big muscle, all the way from the back of the head to the shoulders, down to the middle part of the back at the base of the rib cage. And then reach the arms forward, a little lat stretch. Take the arms out into a big V with the hips pulling back, and reach long with the arms. This stretches all the way down to the latissimus dorsi, down to the hip, top of the hip, all the way up through the shoulders, up to the underarm, connecting. This is the pull-up muscle. We use the pull, so we can kind of pull, do a little pull with the hands, just to feel that muscle and check in with that muscle. A big latissimus dorsi across the back, and then kind of reach and extend. And walk the hands together if we can, and take the hands, right hand overlaps the left. This really stretches through the shoulders, and the deltoids, the top of the shoulders, kind of medial deltoid kind of rises up towards the ears. This is a big stretch. Walk those hands back out. Ease those arms back out into that big V. And then slide the hands back down by the feet and reach back down and roll and open through the shoulders. This is a really big stretch through the shoulder girdle. So be very mindful to listen to the body. If there's any discomfort along the way, please modify any of the poses to avoid any discomfort and certainly any pain. And do the other side once again. We extend the arms, pulling and lengthening, really long stretch. Getting that full stretch to the lats. And then walk the hands in, overlapping the left hand over the right hand, and ease back with the arms pulling back and just really stretching through the shoulders. What a beautiful stretch. And then release those hands and slide them back down, all the way out and down, and turn the palms up and pull back and down. One more deep, extended. This is just a relaxing child's pose with the shoulders open, extending the hands down by the feet with the palms turning up. And then finding the hands right up underneath the shoulders, pushing up into a squat position. Finding ourselves on what's called Vajrasana. The knees are together, the ankles are up underneath the hips. Kind of ease back with a release back. Let's just kind of work back, see how we feel doing this position. This may be tough on the knees and the ankles. We're going to move forward with the hands and then walk back with the hands with a lift of the hip and extension. Oh boy, feeling that. That's really working that lower part of the back as we squeeze the glutes in. We lengthen through the hip and then we release down. Let's do a little lift to the hip and release and lift and release. Let's do one more. Lift and release. Walking the hands forward, coming forward onto our knees once again, using a cushion up underneath the knees as we need. Hands are going to come to the thigh. We're going to rise up with a lift up through the hip girdle. And we're coming to camel pose. Camel pose. So the shoulders are pulling back and down. We're using those rhomboids to pull the shoulders back and down. Get those hands up underneath the chin to kind of reach those elbows out in the shoulder blades and really feel that stretch, strengthening movement through the shoulders. We're going to turn the palms up and elbows in. Extend out and in. Just bring the elbows out and in, moving into camel position. Slowly and progressively moving to full stretch to strengthen and lengthen our muscles and tendons. And the hands can come back by the hips, kind of reaching back by the hips. Nice. We can curl the toes up under if we choose. And we catch the hips with the hands. Rise up with the arms. Lift and extend with a lift of the heart and reach to the chin. And the hands come back and down, reaching back and down with the hands reaching to the heel. Now, if they don't reach and find the heel, that's okay. There's nothing down there we need. We're just lifting with the heart and reaching with the chin. We're awakening like a camel to the sky, lifting with the heart and reaching with the chin. Camels are really tall, so we lift up really, really tall with the heart and lift with the chin. Nice camel Ustrasana. Ease up with the hands and bring the hands back to the heart and find the heart with the hands. Ease back down with the hips. Hands come down, and let's find our way back to neutral table. So a little lateral movement, neutral table. We're going to take the right leg back, open out with the hip, and with the leg over to the right side, and then swing to the midline, and then bring it up and out. And this time we're going to bring the knee up, bending in the knee, and bring the knee up towards the shoulder, up towards the shoulder, down and around, big swing of the knee. Yes. Keep those hips stabilized. Keep the core stabilized. We're not done with push-ups, by the way. We got more push-ups coming. Is that okay? Sure, why not? Working it out. We gotta get those knees to that right knee, working a big stretch to the hip. And there we go. Take the right knee up towards the shoulder, out and reach long. Bend the knee. Push the toe up towards the ceiling. Kind of get that leg to line up with the shoulder. Lift up with the left arm and reach back and catch that foot. Finding our way into this nice quad stretch. Oh yeah, that feels good. And reach, extend, fully lengthen, and lower the hand and lower the knee. Good job. Let's do the left leg. Left leg lifts. Bring the left knee up towards the shoulder, down and around. Good job. Keep moving for me. Just get that nice movement. Long and strong with the reach, and then bring the knee in and around. You can push and lengthen through the leg as we wish, really working to exaggerate the movement on the left side. With the left knee coming up towards the shoulder, extend and lengthen. One more time. Oh yes, here we go. Make sure we position the hands up underneath the shoulders, knees up underneath the hip, and this left leg lifts and the knee lifts. Keep that toe reaching up. Take the right arm out, reaching back, catching the top of the foot, lifting the knee, and really stretching through the quadriceps. And release and extend. Nice long reach, nice stretch, and lower the hand and lower the knee. Let's reposition and take the knees up underneath the hip and curl the toes up under, and then walk back into that nice balancing squat once again. I love this pose. It's called crow pose. We take a crow pose balanced as we can. So hands come to the heart center and bring the forearms parallel to the earth, shoulders back and down. Really lift and lengthen through the spine with the crown of the head, and the hips are pulling back and down. Roll the balls of the feet. Hands come down. Swing the knees open wide. Let the heels touch if they can. And make a nice stabilizing position with the heels and the balls of the feet. The knees are swinging really wide out to the side, and we can bring the hands back to heart center. Nice garland pose. Garland. The necklace. Garlands are necklace. So elbows come in, and we reach the hands down around the back of the heels if we can, holding our balance, focusing on a non-moving point, out and down with a nice long spine, pulling the hip back and down, and really lengthen and work into this strengthening, stabilizing pose with the strength of the hip girdle and the legs. Nice strong core, the inner thighs pull together to hold our strength. We take the elbows in and then bring the hands forward. To crow pose, we can rock up onto the hands with the fingers splayed wide and apart. Hands are positioned right up underneath the shoulders. Elbows swing in line with the shoulders and the wrists, and we rise up with one leg lifting up, maybe the other two as well. Nice. Hold our balance. Crow pose. Kaka. Crow today. Beautiful crow. And release down. Swing the knees forward. Push through the heels. Lift with the hip. Shake and ragdoll. Shake it out. You can shake anything out that you need to let go of today. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Yes, shake. Here we go. Rising up with a swing up. Big swing up. Let's get the big swing coming in. Forward fold. Half lift. Easy chair. Rising up. Find our balancing chair. Lift and extend. And reach and length. Let's do a little lateral flexion on the right side. The arms are going to lift and extend. Interlace the fingers. Pull up really tall. And stabilize to the bottom of the feet. Lift the arms. Lift and lengthen. Hip pushes over. Hands swing over. Coming back to center with a lift. Lengthen and strengthen. And release over. Oh yeah, that felt really good. Let's do that again. Reach and extend. Release. Reach and extend over the right side. Hip swing to the left. Hip laterally moves. And then lift. And release to the other side. Left. Hands to the left. Hips to the right. And then release up. And let's do a little warrior stretch here. So right foot forward, left foot back, push through the heel. Nice push with the hip, kind of easing to this moving. And we're going to fly like a bird, working to protract and retract through the shoulders. The hands can come up. They can lift up with the arms up, bending in the elbows, bring the hands right between the shoulder blades, and lift through the triceps. Just lift and lengthen through the underarm and through the shoulders. Lift with the chin, gaze up, lifting up with the heart, and push forward with the hip. Get really deep into that warrior stretch. And reach up, lift up, and release up. Lift the left leg, and ease down. Left leg's forward, right leg's back. Find our warrior position. Beautiful, nice. Hands to heart center. Ease those hands down. Ease those arms out. Little flying bird flow. Just kind of awaken the shoulders. I'm feeling this in the shoulders. I bet you are too. We got one more set of push-ups to do, remember? And then we'll come to our final relaxation, releasing stretches on the mat. So here we go. Coming back, coming forward with the arms, rising up with the arms through the elbows. Really extend through the elbows. Lift up with the arms between the back of the ears and bending the elbows, and ease up through the tricep. Use that lift through the underarm, the back. Lift up with the heart, reach with the chin. Stabilize and hold. This is a little work. Yes, stabilizing, strengthening, stretching, releasing. Lift with the heart, lift with the chin, gazing up if you can. Ease up with the arms and ease back. Lift up and back and take out and down. Let's do one more balance pose. King dancer just for fun. So go bend in the right knee and reach out with the right hand. Catch the top of the foot. Catch it if you can. Now the knees like to swing open, so we bring those knees straight up underneath the hip socket, and we take the left arm to lift and extend, holding our reach. Focus, find that non-moving point, not that camera. Here we go, easing into King Dancer. Nice, beautiful flow. Easy as we go. Nice. And come back down when we can, and bring the knee through, and lift up, and release up and down. Let's do the other side. So the left leg, bending in the left knee, left arm out, catch the ankle up to the bottom, top of the foot, ease that knee down, align with the hip socket, and ease up with the right arm. Taking our bow, yes, yes. Julia loves push-ups, so I got to do more push-ups today, right? Of course, yes. Getting your cardio with Julia, getting your stretch with Gary. What a wonderful way to do your morning workouts. Coming through with the arms and the knee and swinging back into position. Let's find the mat all the way up with an inhale. Exhale with a release, swan dive down. Come on down with the hands, come on down with the knees. Find that mat. We're going to do that push-up movement just to get a real handle on strengthening the shoulders. The hand's going to come wide into our normal group fitness push-ups with the arms, the back of the shoulders, and the back working into this kneeling push-up of our choice, whatever we want to do with these push-ups. We can curl the toes up under a full plank and do 10 push-ups. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more makes 10. And ease the knees down. Positioning the hands up underneath the shoulders, coming forward in a kneeling plank. Pulling the elbows to the back of the room. Gentle pressure on the outside palms of the hand as we come down. Easing down. Pushing up. Kneeling. Half series chaturanga. Coming forward and down. Easing down. Up we go. Back with the hips. Pull and lengthen. Nice active child's pose. Really stretch. Come forward. Shoulders come forward over the wrists. Stacking our joints. Pulling the elbows towards the back of the room. And easing elbows down. Working through biceps and triceps. Push and lift. This really strengthens the shoulders. Closed chain movement. It's as good as using weights. Just using the body in a closed chain, kinetic, forceful movement of our bodies kneeling. If we'd like to try this with full plank, push and lengthen through the legs, shoulders come forward, tips of the toes roll up to the tip of the toes, chaturanga, easing down, easing down, easing down. Let's come all the way down, all the way down. Come into cobra with the shoulders pulling back and the elbows pulling back. Lift into upward facing dog with the knees down, pushing the top of the feet and lifting the knees. Upward facing dog. Nice back bend. Kind of play. Do a little play along the way. And ease the knees down. Pull back into active child's pose and stretch back with the hips. Releasing back with the hands and find child's pose of choice. One more rest before our final. Releasing, sequence. Whoa, that was a lot of work. Feels really good though. I can feel the stretch and lengthening of the spine down the back, working with those full range of movements through our bodies with the stretch and lengthening and the release. Coming forward with an inhale, coming back to seated, and swing the legs through. Find those legs long and strong, pushing long and strong. Use a blanket up underneath the hip to elevate the hip if we need. A little back stretch here. West side of the body, the hands on top of the thigh. We lift with an inhale, lengthening really strong through the spine, stabilizing, stacking all the vertebrae. And chin is level, ears draw back over the shoulders. Shoulders are back and down. Remember, always position shoulders back and down. Really use the strength of the muscles on the back of the shoulders and the rhomboids to really awaken and lift through the heart and through the core. Core stabilizing position. Dandasana, staff pose, long and strong with the legs, pushing through the heels. Now we can do the forward fold, but we want to actively hinge at the hip. So we make those hands, find the hip crease, so we know where we're hinging from, where the work is occurring. It's a nice forward fold, hinging at the hip, a nice bow as we go. Ease forward, reaching forward. Nice. Turning to the side so that we can find this nice back stretch. Get the shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine, lift with the heart. Get that heart to lift, actively lift through the heart, and then ease the heart down with the chin reaching towards the toes. It's not going to make it. Don't worry about it. And we're really working here in the hip girdle. If you're like me, you've been confined to the house most of the time. Maybe you're taking a little walk in the countryside, out in the park each day. And we just ease into that forward fold, really stretching here. We're holding these positions as much as 2 minutes, 45 seconds to 2 minutes, to really get the connective tissues all stretching. Now we're warm, we're really warm. We've been actively working so we can stretch out the muscles and the tendons, and we can work through our joints with full range of motion without injury. Nice. Coming back up to center and swing over to the side. And let's bring the right knee in, catching the shin. Going to take the right leg out and lengthen with the leg lifted. Lift the leg as high as it will go with the knee straight. Point the toe, flex the foot, and draw it in. This is a joint opening series that's often used to really bring full range of motion to hips, knees, and ankles. Other side, left leg comes in, drawing the knee up and in. Lift and extend the left leg. Take the left leg up, point to the toe, bring it in, release, and lower down. And extend, and to the other side. Right leg comes in, reach and extend, point and reach, flex the foot and lower down, and do the other side. Left leg, bring it up and in, nice, push and lengthen, quadriceps engaged, so lengthen through the knee, lift with the toe, point with the toe, stretching through the ankle, bring in and release, and then other side. Left leg in and just circle the ankle. Round and around we go. Little egg beater with our flow. And extend the other side. Lift and open and release. Rounding and rounding. There we go. Bottom of the feet come together. Baddha Konasana. Bound angle. This is really, really great hip opening. Stretch. Someday, maybe next practice, we'll do a pigeon flow. And this is, we're really working to strengthen our bodies to be strong and stable. You know, don't let the news define our narrative. I awakened this morning with the thought that, you know, I'm watching too much of this news and it's just chaos. It just creates chaos. And it creates our narrative. Our consciousness kind of focuses on what's going on in the news, and boy, is that bad for us. So we got to get out in nature. We got to do a little walk in the park and enjoy the beauty of the day and the sunshine, and just awaken to the beauty of nature and life. With every day, with every movement, and with every breath, we move with joy and gratitude. Easing forward into this mountain angle with a nice hip opening stretch. This is good, this is good. It's just like a pigeon, and it works to open the hip. And coming up, extend the legs. It's 920. Bring the right knee in, lift and cross. Bring the right foot down, left arm out to the side, catch the shin. And we can always exaggerate this movement if we have a range of motion. I just like to catch the shin today. Take the right arm and extend it back and swing back with a nice reach back, rotating back. We always have the option to swing the arm up and through if we choose. It's always an option. But use the back hand to push forward, lifting up really tall, grounding the hip down, the sits bones, the ischial tuberosity, the tip of the hip is pushing down on both sides, and we ease the knee straight up over the thigh, and we rotate with the shoulders, and then follow through with the chin. Full thoracic twist, keeping stability in the core to protect the lumbar spine. It's a great twist to do. And then rotate back to center. Swing the knee down and take this right foot in a little closer up to the hip. We want to bring the ankle mid-range between the knee and the hip and bring and flex the foot. This is a figure 4 or seated pigeon. So we take our left knee in, we bend the left knee, and we walk that foot in. Can you see me? I think you can, at least you can hear what I'm doing. This is coming into a figure 4 position with that nice hip opening stretch on the right hip. Now with this leg crossed over, this knee should swing down, is forward and down, and then bring this left foot in. Oh, does that feel good? We can point the toe if we want, of the right foot, and flex and bring it up. Nice. And extend the leg, reach forward with the hands, catch the shin, and take a bow. Oh man, oh yes. Hello Gary, listening to our bodies. Ooh, yeah, find that edge, that sweet spot. We can feel the stretch. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel the release. Give it time. 45 seconds to 2 minutes for a real release. In the end, restorative poses, we often hold 4 to 6 minutes. That's another class. Ease up and release down. The other side. Left leg lifts in. Bring it up. Cross it over. Release it over. Plant that foot. Reach the right arm out. Catch the shin. Nice. Draw the arm back. Swinging back with the hand. We can always cross the sky if we choose with that swing. Find the mat right behind the back. Rotate with the shoulders and rotate with the chin. Yes, following through with the chin. Let the eyes lead the way. Oh boy, is that a good stretch. Now, this is also a thoracic rotation. So we push forward, grounding the hips, setting our root lock, lifting through the spine, rotating with a nice strong core. All the abdominal muscles, all the muscles of the hip are grounding and holding stability, support the lumbar spine to prevent any injury in the lumbar spine. Yeah, that's where we have the most trouble, in the lower part of the back. And find our way back to center. Ease the knee back down. This knee comes down, out and down, a little hip opening stretch, and we can point the toe if we wish. Get that nice hip opening movement with the left leg. This is my right, which is tighter. We're naturally tighter on one side or the other. We should notice the differences between sides and work to rebalance our body with movements in the breath. Doing a little yoga along the way. Nice. Did a little yoga today, did you know that? And we point the toe and reach the toe. Anytime we're joining our minds and our bodies and our hearts in unison with the Creator, we're doing yoga. yoking, joining in unity with one another, with beautiful creation that we have surrounding ourselves. So let's do this hip opening, seated figure 4. So the hands ease back, positioning to stack the shoulders over the wrists, stacking the elbows, wrists, and shoulders, opening across the chest, bending in the knee, really working forward the hip. Get that nice hip opening stretch. Hello, hello, seated pigeon. Seated pigeon or figure 4. Yes, we don't have to do much more. We're going to do one swing of the hips just to awaken the lower part of the back of the hip, just to release any tightness, any tension in the back of the hip, in the SI joint, in the lumbar spine, and then we're going to relax into a spinal twist as we come to seated. Extend the leg, extend and shake, give those legs a nice little shake, and bend the knees. Take the feet wide out to the side. We can come down to the elbows if we can, and then swing the knees. Nice swing with the knees. If you wish, and it's an option for all of us to come to the shoulders and to take the knees and swing the knees. Nice and wide in a windshield wiper movement. And really, really notice the rotation. The orientation of the twist is in the lower part of the back and up into the hips. So this massages the glutes on the outside of the hips. Maybe gets up into a little bit of a piriformis release or engagement, releasing on each side, kind of stretching. As the knee comes in, it releases and stretches the piriformis deep up into the hip. If you have any sciatic pain, shooting pain down the legs, maybe starting at the lower part of the back or in the glutes, work with Gary and we'll see what we can do to help relieve that. But this is a great exercise to release sciatica caused by tightness in the hips. And we're going to extend both legs and take both arms to reach and lengthen. And take the right knee in, bring the knee up towards the shoulders, take the arms out to a T, take the left arm over to the right thigh and ease over with the right knee, kind of rotating just through the hip, really getting more of a stretch and more rotation with orientation and twist in the hip and the lower part of the back. Keep the shoulders down. We're not working the shoulders in this movement. This is purely a stretch through the lower part of the back with the rotation deep into the hip and down the outside of the right leg. Taking and bending the knee, rotating over into a spinal twist. Push through the left leg, lengthen through the left side of the body, and ease over with the right knee a little farther, a little deeper, a little more open hip. Stretch down the outside of the leg. I'm feeling this in a big way. This is my left side, your right. And ease back up. And ease that leg down. Left leg's going to come in. Bringing the left knee up nice and tight up towards the shoulder. Take the arms out to a T. Position the knee over the hip. So the back of the hip is flat and we have a nice, natural, neutral lumbar curve. Arms out to a T. And then the right arm comes across the left thigh and we swing the knee over and down. Go slow. Keep this left shoulder down. Keep the gaze up. Keep the swing up with the hip. Rotate through. We've worked enough that we should feel freedom to move through the hip girdle and through the lower part of the back without discomfort. Always modify if we encounter any pain along the way. Always modify. Gentle stretches. And extend, rotate, keep moving. This is my right side, your left side. I'm mirroring you today and kind of ease over and just kind of work over. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that in a big way, deep in that hip, down the outside of the leg, down the external quadricep, the hamstring muscles. Feel the IT band, maybe reach and extend with the leg, really feel any kind of stretch that you want to do today, just to get that leg and the hip open really long through the outside of the leg. I get really tight down the outside of the leg. The IT band, have to use a roller, do rollers. Great thing to do at home 3 times a week. Do a roller. 15-minute roller routine with Julia. You're already doing that. Bending in the knee, rotating with the hip. Full body stretch. Arms reach overhead. Legs reach long and strong. Full reach with the arms and the legs. It's 9:30. Thank you for joining me today. Bring the hands by the hips. Relax and release. And I'll let you relax as long as you wish. Remember, don't let the news define your narrative. Be peaceful with an open, loving heart, and use your consciousness and the divine creator to guide your way. The light in me honors the light in you.